Hey folks, and welcome to part 10 of Gurumin, a Monstrous Adventure. In the last part, we pretty much defeated yet another boss, a third boss, Roger. We had to fight him to rescue our friend Chucky. So yeah, not the Chucky that you're thinking about, not the one from Child's Play. No, the Chucky of this game. But anyway, this right here is another century. Um, he's asking us about a password, and I was confused on this at first, but all you need to do is you can either go and ask the other sentries that's around him for clues, but their clues are kind of cryptic, so you might, end up making yourself more confused than usual. Or you can look it up on the internet. But even if you look it up on the internet, I heard that if you do look it up on the internet, the password always rhymes with the drill. So, and given the words that they give to you, you still have to kind of figure it out on your own. And people on the internet are trying to tell you different things, but it's always usually something different anyway. So just use these sentries for clue words and just try to, make what would make sense in your head that would rhyme with drill. Or if you don't want to do that, you can always pay 1,000, but it'll be honestly a waste of 1,000 in order to get a hint. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, the password here was chill. So if you put in this only works for me, so I put in chill and I was allowed to pass. I'm just doing these dungeons to get more of my friend's stuff back. Um, yeah, I'm just getting some more stuff back because I think that's required anyway. But anyway, this is a dungeon that we've already been through before. If in case you can't notice the layout, it should look quite familiar to you. I explained this before. You get dungeons that pretty much are the same but different in ways. But yeah, but you can see where this dungeon start off at, but it's still kind of fun to explore because even if things are in mirror mode, you can still have fun. Mario Kart is a great example of games with mirror mode. I don't know what other games besides like racing games that do like mirror modes. Well, besides this, like mirror dungeons, I'm pretty sure. I think the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess kind of like that, but that's because of technical difficulties. Um, but because of the game, I heard that the Wii Link is, I guess, naturally left-handed, but like most Americans are right-handed, so they had to accommodate for that, making what they did with the GameCube version of Twilight Princess is every world is like how it meant to be, but for the Wii version of Twilight Princess, they kind of flipped it to accommodate for people being right-handed. So they had to they didn't remake the worlds like they should have. They just flipped it. They flipped it. So yeah, and essentially that makes the game harder than what it needs to be. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get D to play Twilight Princess because I haven't beaten Twilight Princess. Yeah, I just don't find Twilight Princess that very interesting. Yeah, don't scold me for that, but I don't find it that interesting. I think it's dull, the world setting, but it's still like, even though it's kind of like the world setting is dull, it's still a good game from what I played. But yeah, I'm not gonna be tackling that for the channel. I'll probably get D to do it. If not, then I will do it. I'll have to do it if I'm showing off any of the other Zelda games. Who knows? My opinion might change the more I play it. So I haven't touched that game in years. I haven't touched that game since my high school years, and that was like 10 plus years ago. So hey, maybe going back to it will make me change my mind. But the last time I remember it, yeah, it was kind of dull to me. So we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, if I get if I play it myself, or if I get D to play it, I might find something interesting that I might have missed, since I haven't really took a look at that game in years. So something might change. I never know. But I am gonna be tackling, and I don't know when I'm gonna be doing this exactly, but I will be tackling the HD version of Wind Waker. One of my favorite Zelda games of all time. The first Zelda game I ever played, actually. Had a blast with it. I like how Wind Waker HD played. I actually played some of Wind Waker HD when the co-host with the most had a Wii U. That was one of the first games that he got. I'm surprised that he didn't get the I don't know if he had the Twilight HD. I don't recall if he did. Maybe he'll comment in the comments below correcting me if I'm wrong. But I don't think he had a HD Twilight Princess. I'm not recalling seeing that in the collection of games he had, or rather the collection of games that he still have. He still have a bunch of great Wii U games. He has Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and I'll talk a little bit about that a little later. He had Smash Bros. For the Wii U. What else games came out for the Wii U? That's such a forgettable console, and it's sad. Let's see, what other games came out? The new Super Mario Brothers Wii U game. I can't think of Super Mario 3D World. He has that game as well. Yeah, I can't think of. Oh, Super Mario Maker. Yeah, we were supposed to do something with Super Mario Maker months ago. But my capture card is, and I'm working on it, folks. My capture card is kind of garbage right now compared to other capture cards, and I'll be upgrading soon enough. I just gotta figure out when exactly. So yeah, but those little phantoms on the cannon thing right there, take them out quickly or you'll just be bombarded by cannonballs themselves. So usually that's gonna be the first enemy that you want to take out. Geez, I couldn't speak for a second there. But anyway, to just go off a tangent, because basically this is a dungeon that we played before, only reverse, but with new, stronger enemies. Of course, you gotta add that with a reversing dungeon. I think Final Fantasy does that as well, but I haven't played a Final Fantasy game in years. But anyway, yeah, the Smash Bros. With E3 caught me by surprise, and it's gonna make this sound really dated. But the Smash Bros. I don't think it's a new game. I think it's a port. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Sakurai just said, forget it. Let's just throw in everybody. Everybody is here. People who was omitted from the past games, such as Pikachu, Ice Climbers, Snake. Who else was back? I can't think of any other characters that were back, but they're all there. Every Smash Bros. Character imaginable up to that point, up to the Super Smash Bros. 4 point, is back. So I call it Super Smash Bros. 4.5 because it's just the same game but with balance changes and stuff like that, and I'm running into the electricity like an idiot. But everything from balance changes, they got something called the Perfect Shield, which is interesting. So far, 2 new characters announced. One was a really big surprise, and one was already people was happy about, which is being the Inklings from Splatoon, a game I still haven't played yet, but I am interested. I'm gonna try to get the co-host with the most into that game as well. I have to get a Switch first, and then that'll probably be one of the first games that I buy for the Switch, because it looks interesting enough. But yeah, these guys right here are stronger variations of the green guys. As I did mention that before, they want to come all out after I get the treasure chest, and not before. But hey, and look how much gold and like look how much currency I have. That is a lot, but yeah, I'm just saving up everything I got until I absolutely need to spend it. But anyway, as I was stating before, what was I talking about before? The Switch, yeah, that'd probably be Splatoon, probably be one of the first games I get. If I get it around the time that Smash Bros is released, that'll be another game I'll get first. I'll get that before anything. And yeah, but the characters that was released was not only the Inklings, but the Ridley from, Ridley from Metroid was announced, and I wasn't really surprised because there were mods on Ridley released that can prove that he can be in Super Smash Bros. So he wasn't really a big surprise. The thing that kind of shocked me was his final smash though, but I wish I could have went to E3. I would have had a chance to have a hands-on experience with that game. And speaking of games, that's a shocker. Resident Evil 2 Remake. That game looks gorgeous. I'm not too much of a Resident Evil fan. But the only Resident Evil game that I have played is, well, actually, Resident Evil 2 was my first Resident Evil game that I ever played. I was only 8 years old at the time, and I believe I was 8 or 9, and it scared the crap out of me because I was a young kid playing a game at that age. So yeah, but anyway, the monsters that are getting confused, they thinking that Perrin pretty much is causing havoc, but it's not her. You'll find out more as we go on throughout the story. But anyway, yeah, Resident Evil 2 remake, people are loving that. And are excited about that. That's one of the only few good things that came out of the Sony press conference. And yeah, I know I'm speaking more about E3, but basically we are playing and going through stuff that we've already gone through. Gotta keep this engaging somehow. But anyway, now that we return an item to Paco, he's gonna reveal more of the map on the world map so we can go explore more dungeons. I still believe like some of these stuff is optional, but you really have to open up like more of the world in order to get more stuff. So yeah, I would say go after as much as you can in order to get like full enjoyment out of this game. So yeah, you wanna basically want to do that. But yeah, basically he's talking about Rocco is pretty much talking about the same thing that he was talking about before, how basically Perrin was hitting him and all that good stuff. But yeah, but that's just the case. But basically what I'm doing now is just exploring, just wandering around what to do and stuff like that. And now I'm going into town itself and to see what's going on within town. It's been actually yeah, people are talking about Perrin. This is what I was talking about before, when it comes to like people, like there's somebody taking Perrin's place, like how she's in so much trouble and how she's going around stealing stuff and all this. Basically, a doppelganger has taken Perrin's form. We kind of seen some of that before in the earlier parts, but now they're more involved and they're just causing basically causing mayhem. The thing is, like Shortcake, remember I was talking about that in earlier parts, how they was cheap and you should get as many as you can. Now they are skyrocket. The price on that is skyrocket. All the healing items in this game at this point right now are just, they're up there, folks. And yeah, so I hope you heeded my advice earlier when I was talking about get as much as you can done. as far as like spending you know, on healing items, yeah, I hope you got that. But now I'm just checking to see if there's anything I need to upgrade, or to see if there's anything that I'm interested in buying at the moment. I do want to save up for the vampire kit, because you heal as you take damage, so that's always good to have. And I want to see if anything's worth like upgrading at the moment, which is not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save some more junk for the time being. So let's go in here and see exactly what is going on as far as like inventory and all that stuff. So let's talk to this dude right here, Cylinder, and see if we can learn another move from him. I do have the money to do so, so let's go ahead and buy some parts from this guy. So let's buy the beta parts. I told you folks before, you want to kind of buy as many of these moves as you can, and that move right there is great. It's called the Pretty Missile. Yeah. But yeah, it's the Pretty Missile. Basically, you have to have your drill at 2 bars in order to do that. So yeah, but like, I'm spending the money because it's kind of easy at this point to attain enough money to buy the vampire kit, which I'll be doing pretty soon enough. So let's talk to Fan right here, and she's asking, you know, keep a tab on everything that we ate, and she's not believing that we snuck in, and pretty much we have to, her spice, her healing items are spiked. Look at that. Shortcake 5,000, chocolate 1,200, and cookie is 200, which are pretty much higher than what they usually are, but they're only going to kind of fluctuate. So yeah, don't expect it to stay kind of like that for the, it's like that for the time being. I've seen the shortcake go for 6,000 before, and yeah, I'm not paying that much for a shortcake. Jeez. But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely not paying that much for a shortcake. But yeah, I have to go and get see Chucky before I can continue to go on. Chucky's back there. I missed him for the first time. I was like, Chucky, what is she talking about? Like, you see, I'm kind of confused on where he is, and he was right in front of me the whole time, actually, so I was just being an idiot on that part. But there he is right there. All we have to do is just talk to him. He looks kind of confused, but weird. She made him do, he said she made him do that, so, and parents said, you know, that she's not doing that, so she made him look, this doppelganger version of him made it look, made Chucky look pretty stupid. So yeah, he's kind of pissed at her for that. So let's just go ahead and head back to Monster Village and see what's going on, and see what's all good in the hood. Monster Village anyway.
Hey there! Digby and Doug are helping us rebuild the village.
Whoa, back already?
What?
Aren't you in the mountains?
I'm right here. I haven't been to the mountains.
Now that can't be right. We ran into you and Pino coming here, remember?
That's right. You said that you were headed for Pimento Mountain.
No, I didn't. Come to think of it, Chucky said something weird too. Something about me lying.
Maybe a shape-shifting monster has taken your form.
What?
They can look like anyone they want. But who's doing it? And why?
I get it. This monster steals my look and steals Shortcake. Then they raise the prices and expect me to pay for it.
And Pino was fooled into going with the shapeshifter. We have to get to Pimento Mountain.
Let's go.
Oh wow. Well, we'll continue this adventure in part 11. See you then, folks.